This airplane used to be a commercial airliner that carried 350 passengers. Now it carries 9,400 gallons of fire retardant, and the pilot dropped that fire retardant on the gun range fire.
Hundreds of fires throughout the country and in foreign countries as well.
Captain R.K. Smithley has piloted this plane for 5 years after serving as a firefighter for almost 20 years. He was the pilot that flew over Bountiful on Friday.
The objective, if you will, is to keep these things from growing into monstrosities that you end up working for weeks.
Flying over the gun range fire, Captain Smithley says they knew there were 3 homes that had already been lost to the flames.
That kind of weighs on us, but once you get into the drop, you just focus on the task at hand and put the retardant exactly where they want it.
By the time Captain Smithley and his DC-10 tanker arrived, other single tankers had already dropped a few retardant lines. Their objective was to extend those lines to create a defensive wall against the fire.
When you're rolling out over the mountain and coming down, and we're into a valley, particularly on fires when we're dropping in valleys, canyons is a better word for it. You're kind of threading needles, really, to get in the proper position to get on the line with the lead plane.
85,000 pounds of red retardant came down with each drop. Losing that kind of weight made the plane rise.
I was yanking and banking pretty good on that one. And sometimes you have to do that to get the line up proper. We were kind of turning in tight on the mountain and coming down into the drop in a descending drop.
It took 3 drops to accomplish their goals in assisting the firefighters on the ground before Captain Smithley and his crew flew back to their station in Pocatello, Idaho.
Our last drop actually was kind of a direct run, which really kind of squashed it. But it's nice to see when you can put a stop on a fire and really do a lot of good. It's very gratifying.
There are 4 DC-10 tankers across the country. They are the largest aerial firefighting tools in the U.S. Forest Service arsenal. In Pocatello, Idaho, Aaron Cox, Fox 13 News, Utah.